the waters are so incredibly tense right now in New York. And although you may not believe in prayer, I feel that, at least the sentiment of calming these waters seems useful at this time. And, I've not been a perfect citizen by any means. There's many things that I have done that have caused devastation in many respects to people around me. And, you know, what can you do about these sorts of things? But this sense of these voices clashing is so intense right now. Not being able to see eye to eye on so many topics and hear our friends and people around us. Um, it's incredibly tense in the value systems that are clashing at this time. Um, on the one side, of course, if we are to believe Donald's vision, hopefully it is of great integrity. He is suggesting kind of a constitutional vision, and that ought not, I don't think, be ridiculed in many respects. There is on this one side of things an opening in some respects of freedom, equality, and liberty that, if you just look historically, wasn't there as much potentially as when it was instituted through the Constitution. Of course, came with it great devastation, at least prior to it or thereabouts, to the Aboriginal people and these sorts of things. And so that side of things ought not be, missed out either. So there is this sense in which, an integralization of these voices, seems to be needed so profoundly right now to calm these waters. The intensity of extremism on multiple fronts is painful. I think you might not believe in spirit or God or what have you, but even if it's just a mental construct, there's this sense that we're sharing that mental construct, and there's painful implications. I'm far away from New York in many respects, but the echoes of that pain, I think, if you're sensitive to it, can be felt not only here but across the world. And this is it's deeply painful in that the consequences of these clashing, this extremism. And again, I'm not. I've done my share of that in my life too, but it is such. The consequences of not resolving this in some way where we hear each other's voices could be, I don't want to think of that. It's not a good place to. So I pray, whether or not you believe in the prayer, that we can find some sort of resolve through this painful situation.